getting stuck on landings with couples who've done their own conveyancing.
It's Victoria Wood back again with all her friends.
I sometimes think being widowed is God's way of telling you to come off the pill.
Still the same, Mrs.
Words. And pictures. Words and pictures. Have you ever gone along to a hairdresser's to get your hair done? No, Nutmeg, I know you haven't. Well, that's where we've come today. Come on, then. This is Marcia. Hello, Dolores. Marcia, having your hair washed. Do you like that? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I like having my hair washed. There are lots of different shampoos for different types of hair. For Marcia's, Dolores is using a shampoo for dry hair. Well, the great thing about these bowls here at hairdressers is that you can put your head right back and not get the soap in your eyes. What's that cat up to now? Excuse me. Nutmeg, put that back. You're not going to have a shampoo? Look, cats aren't even supposed to like water.
Yeah.
Marcia has afro hair, which is very thick. So when Dolores dries it, she uses a special dryer with a comb on the end. It stops the hair from getting too tangled. There are lots of different combs and brushes in a hairdresser's, as Nutmeg's found out. But let's see what's happening to Marcia now.
Oh, so I can plait it.
Dolores is starting to plait her hair. Does that happen all over the head?
It does, yes.
It looks like a really difficult job. How long does it normally take?
It takes up to about an hour.
An hour?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll see you a bit later. Now, where's that cat?
Bye.
Bye. Nutmeg's found someone else having his hair done. This is Thomas. He's having a haircut. Oh, I see Nutmeg's being useful clearing up a bit.
I see.
So what are you having done today?
My hair spiked.
Spiked and short?
Yeah.
Should look really good. He's got great colour hair, hasn't he, Buddy? Unlike Marcia's, Thomas's hair is fine and light. It won't take long to cut. But plaiting takes a long time because it's so fiddly. Dolores makes a plait by twisting a small piece of hair around other pieces. Eventually, Marcia's head will be completely covered with little plaits. Thomas's hairdo is nearly finished. Just a bit of gel to make it stand up on end.
Yeah.
Well, what do you reckon, Thomas? You like it?
Yeah.
I think that hairstyle is ace. What do you think, Nutmeg? Nutmeg? Where's she gone now? Oh. Nutmeg, what are you doing here? Is she being a nuisance?
No, she's been very helpful.
Good gracious. But have you nearly finished?
I have, yes.
I must say, it looks lovely. You pleased with it, Marcia?
Yeah, very pleased.
Yeah, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seems to take a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. We found a fairy tale about a girl who has plaits. Her name's Rapunzel, and she was locked away in a tower by a wicked witch. Once upon a time, in the middle of a dark forest, there was a strange tower. It had no stairs or door, only a window at the top. A wicked witch had locked Rapunzel in the tower to keep her away from the world. Whenever she came to see her, she would shout, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair that I may climb the golden stair." And then up she would climb. Years passed, with Rapunzel still a prisoner in the tower. And then one day, a prince rode through the forest. He heard someone singing, so he stopped and listened. Looking up, he saw Rapunzel, who in her loneliness passed the time singing. The prince looked for a door to the tower, but he couldn't find one. He rode home, but he couldn't forget the beautiful voice he'd heard. So each day he went into the forest and listened. Once, as he was watching, he heard the witch cry, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair that I may climb the golden stair." Rapunzel let down her hair, and the witch climbed up to her. "Aha, I see," whispered the prince. The next evening, he quietly went to the tower. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair that I may climb the golden stair." So she let down her hair, and the prince climbed up. Rapunzel was terribly frightened. She'd never seen a man before. But when the prince began to talk to her, she lost her fear. And so for many evenings the prince visited Rapunzel in secret and told her about the world outside the forest. After a time, the prince asked Rapunzel to be his wife, and she said, "Yes, I'd love to marry you, but I can't get down from this tower." So together they started to plan an escape. The wicked witch knew nothing about all this, until one day Rapunzel asked her a silly question. "Why is it that when you climb up my hair you are so much heavier than the prince?" "Ah, you wicked child," said the witch. "I thought I had locked you away from all the rest of the world, but you've tricked me." In her anger, she snatched Rapunzel's beautiful hair, seized a pair of scissors from a sewing basket, and cut off the plaits. Tying the plaits to the window hook, the witch forced Rapunzel down from the tower, through the forest, and into a faraway desert, where she left Rapunzel all on her own and went back to the tower to trap the prince. In the evening, the prince arrived and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair that I may climb the golden stair." And as before, the plaits fell down from the window and he began to climb. But as he reached the top of the tower, he saw not Rapunzel as he was expecting, but the wicked witch. "Aha! Rapunzel has gone! You will never see her again!" The prince snatched the hair and jumped from the tower, but he hurt his eyes on the thorns below. The wicked witch was now trapped in the tower forever. Day after day and night after night, the prince wandered about the forest, unable to see and crying over his lost love. Days turned to months, and months to years of lonely wandering. And then, one day, the prince heard a lonely singing voice that he recognized. At the sight of the prince, Rapunzel was filled with joy. But when she saw that he could not see, she burst into tears and threw her arms around his neck. 2 of her tears spilled into his eyes. Instantly his eyes were healed and he could see Rapunzel. Full of happiness, the prince took Rapunzel back to his kingdom, where everyone was overjoyed to see them. There they were married and lived happily ever after. Nutmeg's hair shop. Nutmeg, what are you doing to that poor doll's hair?
Wow.
What do you think she wants, green hair?
Wow.
Well, if you're a hairdresser, you have to do what your customer wants.
Wow.
Now, here's a hairdresser who's very happy to do that, no matter how unusual the style. Hairdresser. Hat. happy hairdresser. Happy hairdresser. Do you see how both those words begin with the same letter? Here's how Magic Pencil writes it. Top to bottom, up, down and kick. 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 Nutmeg's Happy Hair Shop price list. Nutmeg's run this off on the printer for me. I think she sees me as her next customer. Let's have a look. Wash, £10. Cut, £50. Dry, £100. Nutmeg, this is far too expensive. You won't have many happy customers.
Wow.
I've got a song about a hair shop where they try very hard to keep everyone happy. Henry's Happy Hair Shop. At Henry's Happy Hair Shop we all love to see your hair looking as beautiful as can be. When the customers arrive and make the doorbell ring, I reach for my shampoo and I start to sing. A bubble, 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 whoosh, whoosh. Bubble, 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 whoosh, whoosh. At Henry's Happy Hair Shop we all love to see your hair looking as beautiful as can be. When the customers arrive and make the doorbell ring, I reach for my scissors and I start to sing. Snip, 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 snip. Bubble, 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 whoosh, whoosh. Bubble, 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 whoosh, whoosh. At Henry's Happy Hair Shop we all love to see your hair looking as beautiful as can be. When the customers arrive and make the doorbell ring, I reach for my dryer and I start to sing. Hum, 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 hum. Snip, 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 snip.